My wonderful mother brought me into this world on May 14th, 1999. I grew up a pretty normal life as a kid and had a wonderful childhood until the unthinkable happened. I never knew hurt could come so strongly from within the family. Someone who was supposed to protect me turned to be the one who hurt me most. My father, a man who was a coward, had sexually abused me when I was younger. Being a child that was only in the 3rd grade, having to tell her mother that the person who we relied on so much was a stranger we couldn't recognize. The turmoil our family began to enter was a fight that soon would consume us. I can still remember the day I told my mom about the abuse as if it was yesterday. After I had broken the news to her, that's when the reality of our lives had changed became apparent. My mother filed for divorce and we filed for sexual assault through court. Not only had my life been thrown into a spiral, my mother's life had been turned upside down as well. I had went to therapy and learned to deal with the hurt and confusion that developed from this traumatic experience. I blamed myself for a long time and didn't know how to cope with the new dynamic of our family. My mother felt that she didn't protect me like she should have, and that sent her into a depression that soon was the beginning of a battle of its own. She began to drink heavily, and I often found myself alone and wondering how our lives had got to this point. There were times she would be so mean because the liquor was winning the battle against it all. We unfortunately lost the trial and my father got off. As I got older, I healed from the pain I had suffered. My mother still drinks, but she's learned to cope more now. About last year, I went through a depression because all these old feelings resurfaced from this painful time. I gained 50 pounds and my self-esteem was at an all-time low. When I used to enjoy getting ready and going out with friends was now an activity that was viewed as a waste and was never attempted. I really let myself go and didn't care about my appearance. I developed anxiety that soared, and I often would panic if I thought I seen my father in public, even though I haven't seen him in over 10 years. There were times where I thought suicide was an option, but the person who really saved me was my sister. She's my best friend. I wouldn't be here without her support. She's the person I turn to when I just need someone to talk to and hear my doubts and worries. She's shown me what unconditional love is and how to give and receive it. I know that I'm worthy of this life and that no matter what my father did, I can't change the past. I still struggle with how I view myself, but it's a work in progress. As for my anxiety, I have learned ways to cope and have medication to help. My mother and I have formed a stronger relationship, but I believe that no matter where you are in life, you have people who do love you and believe in you. Hurt and betrayal can come from the family, but it shouldn't destroy you. For anyone who doesn't think that they can get through it should know that they can. Steve Maraboli says, "The truth is, unless you let go, unless you forgive yourself, unless you forgive the situation, unless you realize the situation is over, you cannot move forward." Don't let your hurt be something that prevents you from moving on from something toxic in your life. Learn to move on from things you cannot help, and just as my life has been blessed and continues to improve, yours will too. Live every day to the fullest, and always remember your worth, because you are worth it.